Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm not sure I have that much I can add after such a powerful statement from the member for Strathcona Sherwood Park. But given some of the experiences I've had since being elected, I did want to take a moment to say a few words. Acknowledging that as a cisgendered, heterosexual male, I can't say that I understand the experiences of individuals in the trans community. But I've certainly been very fortunate in having had the opportunity over the last few months in having the opportunity to learn from many strong advocates, including these wonderful members here in our own caucus, as well as some of the members of my own constituency of Edmonton Centre. Earlier this year, I had the opportunity to meet with Mr. Mickey Wilson, who joins us here today, Executive Director of the Pride Centre of Edmonton, and had the opportunity to discuss with him the issues and the challenges that face many LGBTQ individuals. And he made specific note of the issues that face many in the trans community here in Edmonton and across Alberta. I'd like to recognize the Pride Centre for their excellent work in being one of the few organizations which is here that provides direct support to people in that community. He made it quite clear in our conversation that trans and gender variant people in Edmonton and across Alberta face challenges not only in finding acceptance and understanding and support, but often just in accessing the most basic human rights that the rest of us take for granted. Over the last few months, I've also had the opportunity to meet with representatives from the Society for Safe Accommodations for Queer Edmonton Youth, or SafeKey. SafeKey's goal is to develop safe housing for LGBTQ youth, because unfortunately many of these youth find themselves homeless due to discrimination and a lack of support in their homes, particularly those individuals who are trans or gender diverse. And once homeless, they often face further discrimination, prejudice, and mistreatment, sometimes from staff and sometimes from fellow residents in shelters. In September, I had the opportunity to view their documentary, For Want of a Home, which specifically focuses on the stories of homeless trans individuals here in Edmonton and Calgary. And those were powerful stories, Madam Speaker. They confirmed for me again the deep need for greater awareness and education about the challenges faced by gender variant and trans individuals here in Alberta. And in the time that I spent when I worked as a writer for Alberta Health, I was also tasked with responding to many inquiries from trans men and women regarding the challenges that they faced in accessing health care in Alberta. And as my colleague from Calgary, Hawkwood, noted, these men and women often face multiple barriers and prejudices as they seek to access transitional surgeries, hormone treatment, counseling, and even, unfortunately, simple basic health care with the respect and dignity that we all enjoy and expect. I also had the honor in early September, of accompanying Mickey Wilson and two of my constituents, longtime Edmonton LGBTQ advocates, Mr. Murray Billett and Michael Fair, to meet with the Honourable Minister of Justice. And at that meeting, they expressed the clear and present need to amend the Alberta Human Rights Act to include protections for gender identity and gender expression. So, Madam Speaker, I was incredibly pleased to see that the minister did exactly that by bringing forward Bill 7. And, Madam Speaker, as I said, I can't speak to the experience of individuals in this community, to the long years of suffering and fighting and advocacy that they've spent to achieve this moment and seeing this happen here in this House today. I thank our members so much for sharing their stories and giving us the opportunity to hear from them, to learn, and to see the deep passion and, I think, indeed, the deep joy that they feel in this moment here today. It's an honor to be a member in this House, to be able to participate in this debate, and to be able to cast a vote in favor of Bill 7.